Are you keeping any clothes just because they are sentimental to you? And do you feel bad about keeping them? Don't get me wrong, I really enjoy videos about minimalism, and I do try to declutter items or activities that are no longer useful, just to free up space and time for more important things. But a lot of minimalist content talks about clothing not as fun, but something that we wear simply to provide covering and protection from the elements. And if that's how you look at it, sentimental clothes don't really have much value. The items I'm about to show you are not really useful in the traditional sense because I don't wear them very often, but they are still very important to me. I'm keeping these because they give me a sort of tangible connection with my roots and memories of home, now that I am living thousands of miles away from where I grew up. And I love living in Scotland, but there is something comforting about taking these items out now and again, especially in the last couple of years with all the travel restrictions that we've had. Of course, it doesn't mean that I will keep these forever, certainly not all of them, but I like having them for now. This lovely rust-coloured coat was made in Hungary in the 80s, and all the labels are in Hungarian too, which is quite rare. It's in really good condition and I used to wear it often a few years ago. The quilted lining is fully removable, so when the weather gets cooler, just zip it back in and you're good to go. This next coat I am never getting rid of. My granny bought this at a market in Istanbul back in the 80s, and it sat in her attic for years and years until one very hot summer day she insisted that I take it home, which I did in the end. Anyways, I really like it, and it actually turned out to be the last gift I ever got from my granny, because she passed away in the October of that same year. So yes, I am definitely keeping this one. This blouse is the most special to me out of all the clothes in this video, because it was handmade by my great-grandmother for my mum's prom. My great-granny was born in 1914, so she was in her mid-70s when she made this. Talk about a cool granny who's keeping up with the times. She was such a talented person, and her children still talk about her with so much love, and it feels very special to hold this and remember her. I hope I'll get to pass this down one day. Here is another blouse from the same era, a beautiful orangey red made of the typical polyester jersey. It used to be my mum's, and there is a lovely photo of her wearing this cuddling up to a kitten. I love the necktie and the ruffled sleeves. I can't believe it was made over 40 years ago. It's in such good condition. I don't really wear yellow, but I love these two dresses. This one was my grandmother's, and I have worn it before in the autumn and the weather is still warm. And there is this original 60s dress with this bright geometric design, and it still has the original belt with it as well. It's so much fun. I love how cheery it looks. And my mum only bought this for £3 or £4 in a charity shop. That was back 15 years ago though. This is a vintage folk-inspired dress that really reminds me of the skirts I had to wear for my folk dancing lessons when I was little. I love wearing this in the summer with my espadrilles. I've also got this emerald green velvet dress, which I think was meant to be a mini dress, but my mum altered it so I could wear it when I was about 9 or 10. It used to reach down to my knees then. She folded up the sleeves inside and then sewed 2 buttons on the back, and there used to be a pretty ribbon to go around them to cinch in and fit my waist. Here are a couple of things that are probably not very surprising. They are sentimental for most people. My wedding dress and cape. I have thought about selling them more than once, but I change my mind every time. I bought the dress secondhand from eBay for about £80, and the cape wasn't very expensive either. The only part of the wedding outfit I did sell were the shoes. I just wasn't very attached to them. Let me know how you feel about your wedding dress if you wore one. Have you still got it? Did you sell it? And if you did, have you got any regrets about selling it? This cool leather set used to be my mum's, and I love how they look together. I've never actually had the chance to wear them out yet, but maybe one day. So here are the last bits. This really thick denim skirt, which is way too small for me, and this cute little kids jacket, both from the 80s. I just really like how they look. Then I've got these fun silly shorts with neon hearts all over them. They are handmade and must have been part of a costume at one point, and I've had these for as long as I can remember. And the final couple of items were both my mum's. I have so many good memories of her wearing these at the playground when I was little. So that's it, and it might seem like a lot, 20 sentimental items if I counted right, but they don't actually take up that much space. Half a shelf and a little bit of hanging space. Thank you so much for watching and for subscribing if you already have, and I will see you in my next video.